Everybody want to be like motherfucking Cold-Blooded Records. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, it wasn't nobody I wanted to sit down with more than you, family. I appreciate your knowledge of the culture. You know, I watched your podcast and seen how you converse with about things in the culture, especially when the beef was going on, the battles, your interest in lyrics and stuff. I didn't want to talk to nobody more, and I wanted to talk to you about this album. If not me, then who? I sent you some records early and stuff like that, man. Thank you for your time, guy.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I don't take this for granted at all, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate this because, bro, you've been doing this for a very long time,
Most definitely.
and I want you to know, as your partner, man, this is gonna be epic. This is gonna be epic.
Yes, sir.
Because I've seen what you've done before, and I told you when you was like, man, I think I'm gonna stop. I said, nah, bro, we can't stop.
Yeah.
We can't stop. We gotta do something.
Yes, sir.
And this right here, yeah, this right here is gonna be it. So, man, I appreciate you
Thank you.
choosing me
Most definitely.
to bring this to do this interview, man. So, yep,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother.
You know, I've been taking this to unhealthy lengths, though, to be honest with you. I was just texting one of my partners the other day. You know, I can say it on this interview or whatever, though, that the album is going to be 24 songs. The first album is going to be 10 hits. The second album is going to be more of an introspective album with more melodic records. And you know, it's going to be 2 albums. I'm going to release vinyl, CDs, and a book and everything that's going to come with it. You know, telling the story of my life and, you know, what, if not me, then who means actually. It's just like, you know, ain't nobody gonna be there. Ain't nobody coming to save you. It's up to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just wanted to convey that message to the world so, you know, people could understand who I am personally. This is gonna be the one. Real talk.
So where'd you come up with your artwork? I see you got the towers. You know, 9/11. What about that date? What made you choose that date?
You know, when I was thinking about, I've been working on a project since last year. I looked at the calendar and I seen specific dates. You know, I like the date that T.I. is going with on his new album, the 26.
Yeah.
It's certain things that's specific. I was thinking about June, you know what I'm saying, the 19th and stuff like that, Juneteenth or whatever, but 9/11 stuck out to me because, you know, even when the towers fell and stuff, that was a pivotal time in my life. That's when I owned a car wash business. I was a young boy, and it's just something about the fall for me, the ending of summer, the beginning of fall. And what I'm doing with this project is creating that feeling, that environment of the ending of summer and the beginning of fall. And 9/11 is pivotal because, you know, you remember the 2 albums that released on the original 9/11?
Jay-Z was one of them.
The Blueprint.
Yep.
That's his classic. And, you know, Fabulous, his debut album released on the original 9/11. And to be honest with you, I may be a brother from the South, though, but I feel like this is going to be my blueprint.
Okay.
If not me, then who?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like that. I like that. How would you best describe your sound?
To think about it, you know, my sound is, you know, it derives from the feeling of East Tennessee, but it's certain influences in it. My biggest influence, I would say, is Pimp C. But when it comes to lyrics, I'm influenced by Nas. Stylistically, I'm influenced by Andre 3000, but how I would describe my sound is like country, luxury, lyricism.
You know what? You hit it right on the nail because I would have said all 3 attributes myself.
Yeah.
When I listen to your music, bro, like the album you did in 2023, I got that on repeat, bro. That's one of my favorite one of your favorite albums for me.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter, she likes it.
That's what's
bro.
up.
When I was playing it on the way here, bro. She was like, "Dad, "Oh, you playing my song?" I said, "Oh, this your song?" She was like, "Yeah." So, bro, man, I had to tell you, man, like, yeah, I would definitely say them 3 attributes, man, because you stay true to yourself. And that's one thing I love about your music. Like, you know how you had these copycats out here?
Oh.
You know, you had these people out here who want to sound like the next person, and it's not about sounding like the next person. It's always about being yourself, being authentic to yourself. Because when you're authentic to yourself, you're giving somebody a chance to know you, not nobody else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would have to definitely say them 3 for sure.
I'm glad you mentioned that the country, the luxury, and the lyricism, but I'm glad you just mentioned something that you just said, because not trying to be negative though, but I despise that about artists when they swagger jacking or they stealing style and stealing sound. A lot of artists do it because they really aren't creators. They are consumers. You know, they consuming what somebody else is creating and adding it to their, you know what I'm saying, whatever they consider it as. I don't even want to call it artistry, but they stealing style and stealing swag, and that's actually lame, because you got to go out here and live. You got to go out here and experience life to even have something to say. That's why it's such a gap. And, you know, 2023 was when that album you talking about released, Blessings.
Yep.
And a lot of people say that I ain't going to be able to top that album in my life. And I ain't going to say this one is. I ain't going to say that. But a lot of people saying I ain't going to be able to top that feeling from that project.
Let's talk to that. 2023, where were you when you was making that album? Because, bro, I have to say, like, I've been like, when I'd say, hey, my homeboy makes music, listen to this. Like, and I told you this before, even when I did the interview on my podcast about the album. The style, the sound, right? I felt like it was when you're talking about a complete album, when I first heard it, I'm like, bro, this is a complete album. Like, this shit you can play on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I felt, and I still feel like that today. And it's 2026.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where were you at in 2023 when you decided to make that album? Where were you at headspace-wise, just overall?
You know, I think this is important, and I'm glad you asked that question, because, you know, if other artists hear this podcast or this interview, they need to know that, you know, you got to go live before you actually have something to say. And I had just got married. Me and my wife was in San Diego, we was in LA, we went to Turks and Caicos, we went to St. Thomas, we went to DC, we was in Atlanta all the time, we was living life. So having different experiences in life, it should enhance your, you know what I'm saying, your articulation. I feel like, you know, a lot of rappers and stuff, they just rap about what's popular at the moment or what people are gravitating towards. But I feel like as a man, if you want to be complete, you got to travel and you got to read, because you got to see something different than your streets, your block, your neighborhood, your city. So what I was doing during that time span was traveling. I was reading, you know what I'm saying, Black Fatigue, even though they done altered that word into something that the masses, you know, is making it derogatory. But I was reading a ton of books. The Power of Now. I was reading, you know, post-traumatic slave syndrome. I was reading just a lot, and I was traveling a lot. So it changed up what people previously heard from me, and I became a whole new man. And I just gave them that energy, that vibe, that travel feel, and I still gave them the street with it. So it was just, you know, living life, man.
Sound like growth to me.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Like you say, you just get married. You got married too.
Yeah.
Sound like a lot of growth, bro. I appreciate, yeah.
Intentional growth.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You got to be intentional with your growth. You got to. Because I feel like if you're not intentional with your growth, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
As a human being, you want to evolve in all aspects of life. no matter where you at or what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that right there is it. All right, why the title? If not me, then who? Why the title?
You know, it's biblical also. If
Okay.
not me, then who? But the way that I wanted to present it to the people was that, like, you know, nobody's gonna be there at all times. You came in the world alone, you're gonna die alone.
Right.
So, you know, being dependent upon somebody else doing stuff for you, you gotta remove that from your mindset. You know, you got family, you got friends and stuff like that, but if not me, then who gonna do it?
Right. It's
You
like
know what
that.
I'm
It's
saying?
like that saying. I feel it's like that saying. You come in this world alone, you're gonna die alone.
That's facts.
You're gonna leave here alone.
Yeah. I came in this music business alone. I'm gonna leave in this music business alone.
Right.
If not me, then who? And then it's also, you know, you being a brother from LA, I may have met you in Charlotte, but you being a brother from LA, tell me what you know about East Tennessee when it comes to music.
What do I know about East Tennessee? I mean, I got bro. You the only person I've known that I met from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So what I know is you.
But musically
Of
Tennessee as a whole.
Tennessee as a whole. Oh,
you think
Memphis, just Tennessee in general, bro. Y'all as a whole. You talking about underground? You talking about You talking Memphis also?
No,
Or just Tennessee?
The reason I said I brought Memphis up is because that's what the world know about Tennessee. Nobody knows nothing about East Tennessee. East Tennessee don't exist in a realm of popularity
Right.
on a global stand.
Right.
So, you know, right now I look at my home state and the side of the state that I'm from, I see brothers bickering, arguing, the crab in the bucket mentality.
Okay.
Hating. And it's a plenty of talent there, though, guys. Plenty of talented brothers. But I want to say this. The representation, I might not be at home, but I still represent home.
You always
And
represented.
nobody is going to make it up out of there. If not me, then who? That's what the title means.
Okay.
To them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What a crazy studio session that you can tell me about. Crazy studio session.
So it's crazy. I was about to mention this on a show, you know, that I'm about to do. But, you know, I'm on a 8-ball and MJG Gangster Grills.
Okay.
Right? And I'm on the first song, We Them Boys. People go check that out. But the crazy studio session is that in 2005, when I paid for the feature, you know, I was in Nashville, Murfreesboro, Tennessee area. And Ball came from Memphis. I came from Knoxville. We linked up. I paid him 10 for his verse because that's when they first got signed to Bad Boy. They was piping hot with that.
They was.
Them club records that they had.
I know you niggas don't like me.
You don't want drama. Yeah, they was piping hot. So.
Yeah, bro. They was.
When I paid for the verse, the engineer was inviting people over. I got Ball in. He was excited about it. I didn't know, you know, that it was going to be like that. So brothers was coming in talking about, we going to give you 5 for a verse. I know Ball wanted the 5. You know what I'm saying? But I had just paid 10. Are you going to do more for me? So at the end of the day, I seen the conflict of interest. I'm in these brothers' hometown. You know what I'm saying? And they looking like they giving me a pass by letting me come here, but he can't do a verse for y'all for 5 when he charged me 10. I found that disrespectful. So that was a heated, tense situation. But you know, he didn't do the verse, and I ain't even, you know, I wasn't tripping or sweating because, you know, it was just an interesting time that the engineer would put me in that type of situation when he's supposed to be my boy.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I felt like that was foul, but
Yeah.
the song got done. I got on their mixtape. I released the song and stuff, and, you know, that was a time. That was a time in that studio session.
Oh, you said 05?
Yeah, 2005.
Was I in 05? First year of college. In 05? Jesus.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in 05, bro.
Yeah, 05 was a transformational time in hip-hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when trap music started dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about I don't know if you've seen it, but how do you feel about Cash Money and No Limit going on tour?
I think that will be interesting, but I feel like it's too many dysfunctional pieces in there, and it's not going to be a successful tour. I wouldn't pay to go see it because I don't know who's going to show up. You know?
You know who on the bill?
Mm-mm.
Have you seen it? All right, so Wayne's not on the bill.
See?
So you got Mia X,
Yeah.
you got Fiend, Silk, P, Juvenile,
Bird.
BG, Bird.
Yeah.
I didn't see Turk.
He ain't going to show up.
Yeah. So no, everybody that I name has been paid.
Yeah.
Or they getting money. So they gonna show up. And I think P gonna make sure they show up because we know the gripe that they had. I mean, it was brewing for. We seen it in the verses too. Like we came like we're not gonna sugarcoat shit. But I think, and I feel like they finally getting it together. And the reason why I feel like that is because now they know, okay, the money's involved. Because I think they seen what happened in the verses. Despite everything that happened, I think they see, okay, some money can be made. And I think Manny Fresh is playing a big part in that also.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Manny Fresh, you know, to be honest with you, something that I would like to say about that is that real artists really don't care about the money.
No.
It's about the presentation and the creativity at the end of the day. The people who prioritize money really ain't giving you the best art.
Nope.
And I feel like Juvenile just released a nice album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Him and Manny Fresh doing their thing with the podcast.
Yep.
Birdman, I don't know if his head on his shoulders right now. BG, he came out of jail a lame. And I got songs with BG. And I'm just saying that he came out of jail a lame. It's certain things that he been saying lately that I disagree with, but you know, it don't matter if I agree or disagree. It's just that I wouldn't pay to go see it. At the end of the day, it's a waste of time.
How do you feel about collabs? If you could pick one artist, it don't matter the artist, it don't matter the year, it don't matter the time, who would you collab with and why?
Whole album or song?
I would say whole album.
Singer or rapper?
Let's go rapper. If you could pick one person to collab with, now with this artist, because I know it's a lot of them, but no,
Easy for me.
Oh, okay. Who would it be?
If they let me pick the production, I would do a whole collab album with Nas. Effortlessly. It would be effortlessly. Because I would have to pick the production though, even though I'm not talking bad about the Nas beats, because I know that's something that's being said on the internet and I disagree with that. But if I could pick the production and do a collab album with Nas, I feel like it'll be one of his best albums he ever.
Who would you, if you could pick the production, who would you get to produce?
It ain't even about a specific person producing it. It's about the feeling. We could get beats off the internet as long as it's bumping.
Right.
You know, producers might be mad at me when I say this though, but if you don't got a catalog of beats I can listen to in the studio, you just pull one up and think that it's hot cause it's you. Nah.
Yeah.
I need to hear beats until the beats speak to me.
Yeah.
So I can.
Yeah.
So it can flow effortlessly. I'm not getting ready to force
nothing.
What I got to. Yeah, I'm not forcing nothing.
You can't.
Right.
You can't force it, and that's where a lot of these artists get it twisted. It's like, okay, they get a beat, and they think, oh, yeah, I can spit on this. It's like, yo, no. It's like, slow down, listen.
Yeah.
There's some beats, bro, that I've heard artists say, hey, like Big Sean, for instance. He said, bro, he had a beat for 2 years. And it wasn't until that beat spoke that he laid something on it.
Yeah.
And that's 2 years.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people get these beats and automatically think, oh, I need to put something on it. No, you got to sit.
Yeah.
it's okay to sit.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's okay to let your hard drive just go.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to talk all the time. So
you know what's crazy about you saying that too? A lot of people that I have let hear certain songs off of this project says that you sound more northern than you do southern, and they think it's because of the production I picked. Now, I know why they say that, because, you know, I think it's that I've evolved into something different than what I'm used to. I can't rap off of beats that doesn't have at least 2 or 3 real instruments.
Right.
You know, in the South, it's a lot of beats that's not real. They straight keyboard, Fruity Loops, and bass, and cool with that. But I need real instrumentation, and I need the lyrics to actually be saying something. So I understand why people feel like it's more of a northern sound, but it's really not. I'm still country on there.
Yeah.
It's just that I've outgrown.
Yeah, what they used to hear.
Yeah.
What they used to hear, for sure.
Your question, though, I think I didn't get your question, but I want.
Said nah.
You said something about. No, you said something about how I feel about collaborations or something.
Yeah, how do you feel about collabs?
Right now, to me, you know, collaborations have to come, you know, organically. I don't have that many collaborations on this album, and the collaborations that I do have, they came organically. They're from family, mostly like family. When you creating a project now, I learned from Kendrick, Cole, and a few other artists that, you know, you being specifically and genuinely who you are on the album. I'm not DJ Khaled. I don't care what nobody got to say.
Right.
You know,
right.
I don't care if I get Jay-Z, Tim's, you can give me Tyler, Future, everybody put on my album. If they not fit in the mold,
they're not going.
They not going. I don't care who it is. It's the biggest star in the world. You can give me a Michael Jackson hook. If it's not fitting the mold, then I'm not going to use it. Collaborations right now, when you genuinely trying to create something of value, a piece of art, which I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. Collab, man, all that collab stuff, I'm not trying to entertain.
Right.
I'm trying to create something of value.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I've listened to a couple of your songs you sent me. But also, like I said, man, I think I told you this before. When you and Jack Boy get on, bro, it's a whole different ball game. You can tell, I can tell y'all chemistry because y'all just flow off each other.
Yeah.
And it's like y'all, it's like y'all been doing this shit for a very long time.
All right, who called? Trying to lift the tail up pretty good because the... Yeah. Maybe where you blocked at? Oh, we look back there, right, doing that? Yep. Good. Okay, yeah, gas is clear. Truck's clear. Take it slow and easy. Got him there. Inside. We're just gonna load vertically while we get out of here. Oh, when there's room, I'll start around here.
Now it's just trying to solve this taxi problem. Make flight start.
Let's get to it. Chill. Push button Chevy headed straight to the trap. You can find me anywhere that the money is at. You see I rap part-time, but I shine all day. Even though the sky's gray, I'm never on delay. Did the veggie souffle for the entree. Today was good, my mood was better. I didn't upset her, I could never forget her. This shit's forever, it's chestnut checkers. I'm an investor in capital, dress casual, never needed collateral. The play was substantial, the lames got canceled. There was a hassle, I live in a castle. Coach like Carl, but never been to Seattle. The trophies on the mantle, set the example. Never been in a scandal, the hate I trample. Made the paper annual, and nigga, that's actual, factual. Today was a good day, but I ain't Ice Cube. I got them VVs on my neck, I'm talking ice cubes. And when I pull up in that coupe, it made your bitch choose. I could never lose, little nigga, who is you? Today was a good day, but I ain't Ice Cube. I got them VVs on my neck, I'm talking ice cubes. And when I pull up in that coupe, it made your bitch choose. I could never lose, lil' nigga, who is you?
Your bitches stay choosing, cause y'all boys losing. Was born a winner, dog, plus the kid been improving. Getting to the C-notes is the only thing amusing. Solitaires around my neck, what a thing of beauty. Form a plan in my head, then I execute it. You niggas can't knock me cause they know the resolution. Pull up in that form while y'all slide in that hoop. Then you said you been poppin', little bitty, who you foolin'? Cold-blooded wrecking shit, all that talk irrelevant. Can be a little devilish, but God know I'm heaven sent. When I touch that 100 plus, can't say my life ain't changed a bit. We boys from the hood who wasn't supposed to see. 26, director of my destiny. Hell yeah, I wrote the script. Ray-Bans on them all in with my poker chips. 40 cal loaded clip. Try me and it's over with. Me and Cuz locked in. Never will I jump the ship.
Today was a good day, but I ain't Ice Cube. I got them VVs on my neck, I'm talking ice cubes. And when I pull up in that coupe, it made your bitch choose. I could never lose, lil' nigga, who is you? Today was a good day, but I ain't Ice Cube. I got them VVs on my neck, I'm talking ice cubes. And when I pull up in that coupe, it made your bitch choose. I could never lose, lil' nigga, who is you?
That's true.
So when y'all get together, bro, I look forward to, because y'all be talking y'all shit. Y'all be talking y'all shit.
You know what's crazy? That I'm glad that you mentioned Jack too, because you know the Fast Lane record, it was a good day record that's on this album. It sparked a conversation about me and Jack doing an album together after this. And you know, I may be speaking on it too early though, but I feel like when we drop our album together, it's gonna have conversations about a new duo in hip hop. You know, my favorite duos is Outkast, UGK, Mobb Deep, the Dog Pound, Ball and G. But you know, me and Jack been doing music for 20 years. So that chemistry is gonna be effortless.
Right.
We can go in the studio and do a whole album in a day. And I think that that's something that the people should look forward to.
I'm looking forward to that. My damn self. For real. How you feel about the current state of hip hop?
I like it. I like it. After I give my take, I want to know your take on the current state of hip hop also.
Okay.
I know it's an interview about me, but I would love to hear your perspective on that also. Me, I like it. You know, we're in 2026 now, but 2025 was a very inspirational year for me with the clips dropping. You know, GNX, what Kendrick did was phenomenal. The West Coast coming back alive. People don't want to agree to this, but in 2024, the West Coast dominated hip hop with Dom Kennedy, you know, Kendrick. It was a slew of albums from the West Coast. I can't remember all of them right now, but it was a slew of them. 2025 was dope too.
Larry June,
most definitely.
like you said, Dom Kennedy, and I think Larry June was. You talking about Alchemist? You talking about Hit Boy?
Yeah.
And what Hit Boy did with Nas was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Like you said, Kendrick, Tyler the Creator.
Tyler, yeah, most definitely. 2 albums.
So, I mean, how I feel about the current state of hip hop, bro. I like the resurgence of the old niggas.
Yeah.
I like the resurgence of the T.I., the Ghostface. What Nas did with all the
They Lies So.
Yes, the forefathers.
Red.
What he did with them,
Big L,
bro,
Mobb Deep.
you cannot. I applaud Nas because if nobody else is gonna do that, and I'm glad he did it.
I'm gonna tell you something that shows you that he cares about the artistry.
Yes.
I only want to talk to people and have conversations with people. He cares about the artistry because it was not about finance.
No, it wasn't.
It was not about going platinum in numbers. It was about giving a resurgence.
Yeah, right. You had to. Somebody had to.
Yeah.
Somebody had to, man, because all that BS bullshit that was getting put out by these record labels, bro, just to be chart topping and for what? Y'all not saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing? What are we doing?
Diluting the culture.
Diluting, because everybody sound the same.
Yeah.
And everybody have the same, everybody talking about the same shit. Nobody's living life. Everybody's doing the same shit. Everybody's talking about the same stuff. And it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he did what he did with reintroducing them artists to the world.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these young cats didn't know who Ghostface was.
Yeah. Ghostface.
They know he was, I mean, if they even knew he was part of the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
You know, I would have loved to see Method Man do a new album. You know, I know Redman did some collab. Raekwon did one.
Yeah.
Ghostface did one. De La Soul. Bro, I ain't heard from De La Soul. And,
phenomenal. Classic.
Man, what?
Classic. And what's crazy is that people think that, even me, I had been programmed to think that a certain age, you know, age means experience.
Yeah.
Don't you want to hear about what this person has experienced? Don't you want to hear more? Don't you want to hear them be able to articulate themselves better, to be able to give the culture something that is of substance? Like, hey, I want to see somebody successful at 60.
Right.
I like seeing Hove back outside. I like seeing T.I. I like seeing producers collab and create whole projects, like Alchemist doing whole projects with people. Like Pharrell did the whole project for the Clips. I like that Swiss Beats is producing the whole project for Stove God Cooks. You know what I'm saying? It's to me, I know people always want to go back to the golden era of hip hop, but to be honest with you, hip hop is in a good place, a great place as it is right now.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes, bro, when it comes to it, I feel like sometimes it takes the old heads to step back out and put belt to ass, straight up.
I agree.
Because when Clips dropped that album, everybody talked about, I don't know if they could do it again. They ain't did it in 10 years. They ain't did. Malice and Pusha came back out and they ran. They ran the whole year, bro.
Yeah.
They ran the whole year, and you couldn't deny them of anything.
And you know what's crazy? I'm one of the originators of trap music, but you know, I still talk street, but I implement it in a different way. I think that certain elements of the trap is dying due to the snitching allegations and stuff. And when I look at J.I.D. in Atlanta, I like what he's doing musically. It's another brother, I can't think of his name right now, something Hitchcock. We was just talking about him the other day. He released the album. That Atlanta sound is going back to the Dungeon Family sound. It's removing itself from that trap. I don't know if T.I. gonna give it a resurgence, but it's removing itself from that trap and giving it.
I don't think T.I. gonna give it a resurgence. I think T.I., what I've been hearing from him is he's in a different space.
Yeah.
A different space. But it'll be nice.
Most definitely.
It'll be nice.
I would like to hear it.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that album to drop. I got that mug on Apple Music right now. Wait, for real. The 26th to get here?
Yes, sir. Yes,
it's a wrap. Who are you currently listening to?
DeAndre Hitchcock, that's his name.
Okay.
But how I consume music when I'm in a creative state, you know, I wait till Friday to come.
Okay.
And I listen to what's new for the whole week. Then I go to the next Friday come, I listen to what's new for the whole week. And then after I stop creating what I'm consuming, and I will go back and listen to, you know, the UGKs, the Tupacs and stuff. And I go to the Wale's and, you know, the J. Cole. I listen to music by eras, but when I'm in a creative state, I want to know what's new that's coming out. And I want to see where they trying to take the culture. So as of creating right now and still in the process of creating this album, I listen to what drops every Friday to see where they taking the game. And that's just how I do it.
Bro, you sound like me. That's what I do. And the thing about it is, I do it so much to where Apple creates a playlist for myself.
Yeah.
Of everything that I've listened to.
Yeah.
And I go back and I listen to that whole playlist.
That's hard. That's
Yep.
hard.
I go back and listen to that whole playlist. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that Wale album?
I feel like, you know, that was very inspirational. You know, as time has passed, you know, this might be something that a lot of people disagree with, but, you know, Wale, man, I feel like y'all disrespect Wale. Like the consumers is disrespectful to Wale. Everything is a great album. It's cohesive. It's not a bad song on there. And for him to do what he did alone, you know, during that time in 2025, I was giving Clips all the praise. I was speaking their name loudly, but they had Pharrell. You know, the brothers is back together. They rapping their ass off. They got the budget. They in Louis Vuitton.
Oh yeah,
2025.
making the whole album and Louis Vuitton. Why shit being made?
Yeah, that was
crazy.
But for Wale to finally be independent, you know, for Wale to not have access like how they got access, I feel like that was album of the year, man, 2025.
You don't want to know what? I agree. I had to go back and listen to Wale album the other morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, there's no skips.
It's phenomenal.
No
project.
skips.
Yeah.
No skips. And see, Wale, he's in tune with the shoe culture too.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a lot of stuff he's doing just in general.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was able to drop that album and it did what it did, I think it's commendable because it was shit dropping that year.
Yeah, a lot of. I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. What you mentioned in Wale, and we talking about his album. I may be from East Tennessee, Knoxville to be exact, but currently living in Charlotte. When I look at the analytics of my music, you know, most people are listening to my music in Charlotte, going up to Virginia Beach, going up to DC area. And I feel like this location, just this little spot on the map in the United States, is underappreciated for music as a whole. I know I talked about East Tennessee earlier, but Charlotte, they might got the baby, but the baby is too commercial for me, and it's too repetitive. Yeah. Even though he's great at what he does and he represents the city well, but this whole area is underappreciated for the soul that they have, and it's a lot of artists, and it's a lot of good music. I like Lute also, that's from Charlotte. I think he's the best artist from Charlotte. Have you heard of Lute before? From Springfield? Oh, I gotta send you some Asian.
Send it to me.
Virginia. We only know about the Clips, but it's so much more.
Oh yeah.
DC, Maryland, all of that is so underappreciated, but you know, those are the people who listen to me the most, and I just want to say I appreciate them, and Everything Is a Lot was a classic album, to be honest with you. That's his best body of work.
Yeah. From his first album. I mean, from his first album to this album, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
He got better songs on those. I'm sorry. He got better songs on those other albums, but he don't have a complete. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about deals and signing to labels?
You know, I have conversations on the table right now, 3 of them to be exact. And one of my partners is a CEO at Elevate and Empire Records, Lex Lucchese. Salute to Lex. But, you know, I'm cautious because I've been independent since 2003. I released my debut album the same day 50 Cent released Get Rich or Die Trying. And, you know, I'm nervous about giving somebody access to capital on something that I created and I invested in. I purchased all the beats. I paid for the studio sessions and all of that. I'm kind of nervous about it, and I need them, you know, to prioritize me. And I got 3 deals on the table right now, and they've been on the table for months, and I ain't signed the contract yet. Because it's fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I feel like now is that if you got your own paper, do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
If you need to be platform, sign a deal. If you don't believe in yourself, sign that deal. The only thing that I want a label to do for me is to put me in that algorithm with the biggest. Put me on platforms like Big Boy out in LA. Let me sit down with the Breakfast Club and have a conversation about where I'm from.
Right.
Let me sit down with Joe Budden and them boys up there in
Right.
Jersey and conversate. Put me on the radio station in DC. Put me on the radio station in Charlotte. Put me on DJ Academics and let me pop my shit with them young boys over there.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not a possibility, something that the label can't do, then I don't need to sign a contract. If they can't prioritize me with the artist that is the highest on their label, then I ain't signing a contract. And at the end of the day, I got a team behind me independently. I got Easy, you know what I mean, dropping albums. Jack Boy dropping albums. You know, Nia G is from Tennessee. She's an artist that I rock with heavy. Jay Bush. I could bring a collective of people together, and it don't even have to be about me. It could be a label deal. So at the end of the day, it's probably be too hard for me to sign.
I respect it, bro. I respect the hell out of that. A lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people don't talk about the importance of independency.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's important.
Yeah.
To own your own shit, to keep your own shit.
Yeah.
Because you know once they get it, they can do whatever the hell they want with it.
Mm-hmm.
And half the time, if they want to even stall you out,
yeah,
they'll shelf you, just to keep you away.
Yeah.
So, you know, I respect it.
And they care about numbers and consumerism more than they care about the art form.
Right.
I don't rock with people like that. I know I've mentioned that 3 times already in this interview though, but I don't rock with that. Like, we got to care about the culture because we got to set the youth up for success so they can have something to gravitate to as they grow up, as they, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be 60 and still talking that shit on them songs. So young folks can see that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why you never shoot videos before?
Dang, I wasn't expecting that. On this album, it will be mic drops and it's gonna be videos. I got 2 videos already in the can now. I just gotta do the mic drop. But, you know, as I said, you know, I was one of the people who originated on the trap scene, on the street scene. You know, I've done songs with Bun B. I knew Pimp C personally. So what I gravitated to was when Pimp C and UGK was on Menace to Society soundtrack, and they had Pocket Full of Stones. They was the only people from the South
that was on that disc. Mm-hmm.
When I heard that, and I was in the hood with a pocket full of stones for real, I said, "Oh my God, it can happen. I can talk about this stuff."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can present this street music to the world. So I started rapping about street, and you know, I was really living the lifestyle that a lot of people talk about. And to get to your question about videos, you know, I think I saved people's life. I saved my life because, you know, I'm a changed man now and I live a different lifestyle. I'm a working man. I'm a legal man, tax-paying citizen. But at that time when I was dropping Gang Tight, The Takeover, The Last of a Dying Breed, Against All Odds albums, man, I was in them streets so bad. If I would have shown that to the world, that would have got my partners locked up. That would have got me locked up. I couldn't put the visual out, but I could
rap about it.
I could rap about it. But if I would have put the visual out to
you've been telling yourself.
Yeah.
It'd been 2026 social media.
It would have been bad.
It'd have been bad.
So, you know.
Thank God we didn't have social media back then.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because the way these rappers doing it now, bro, they're telling themselves just for some accolades.
And they going to jail and they ain't even doing nothing.
They ain't even doing nothing for real.
Yeah, they go to jail. They ain't even doing nothing for real. So if I would have put the visual to that, it would have hindered where I'm from more than it would have helped. And thank God that I didn't do that because I'm still here to convey the message. That's what I would want to say. I want to answer that question.
I respect it. I respect it.
Thank you, fam.
Thoughts about Southern rappers repping West Coast gangs? How you feel about that?
I like that question. You from the West Coast. Hey. I feel like that shit lame, man. First of all, that's what I would want to say. And I would want you to implement your thoughts on that, though. But, you know, I just did a conversation, and I just heard a conversation from OG Bobby Johnson. What's his real name? OG Bobby Johnson from the movie South Central.
Okay.
He was talking about he wish he never played in Colors, and he wish he never played in South Central because gangs was just specifically in LA at that time. Then it traveled all across the nation. You know, gangs actually originated in New York City with Italians and Chicago with Italians and all of that. We didn't create that gang culture, but we popularized it as black people because we made it look good. I feel like, you know, brothers got their own streets to represent. You from the South, why not represent where you from? Why not unify and come together and popularize where you from? Why do you gotta represent the rolling 60s and you never been on the street? Why you gotta be a 5 Deuce Hoover Crip and you never been on the street? Why you gotta be a 53rd Avalon or 101? I done been to California and I'm not even a gang member, and I've been down all them streets. And I respect all them brothers for what they do because they are the influence. The West Coast is more influential than people give them credit for. From the movies Friday, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, South Central, the West Coast is actually more hip hop was prioritized and created in New York City, but the artist from New York City is influenced by the West Coast.
Yeah.
Why you got gangs in New York City? Why is it Bloods and Crips representing? I don't understand it, fam. I'm at a loss for words for that. You being from that culture, help me understand. What is your thought?
It's crazy because when I first heard like people from out of state, they claim they Bloods and Crips, and then they refer to LA as being the motherland. I'm like, yo, what? Like, it caught me off guard because I got real family from gangs in Cali. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up around it. Like, bro, where I grew up, you had the A-Trays, the 9-0s, and the Hoovers, and the circumference of where I went to school.
50s.
Like, you talking about off of, you know, the 9-0s over here, you talking about the A-Trays over there off of Western. You talking about the Hoovers off of Hoover.
Golly, so you was in the thick of it. You was in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and
then you had the South Lows. That's a Mexican gang.
Was the Kitchens near there?
The Kitchens are on the other side. So in reality, bro, when I went to school, and this was middle school, when I went to school with everybody. You had Bloods at my middle school. You had Crips at my middle school. You had Hoovers for sure. 'Cause I went to Bret Hart sits off of Hoover.
Yeah.
So you had to navigate that. Imagine navigating that at 13, 12 years old.
God, that's crazy.
It makes you you really have to understand the environment that you're in. And not only that, you have to worry about the biggest gang, the cops. So at the end of the day, it was like, okay, to hear it now, and I've been out here in North Carolina for 14 years now, and it's like when I hear the shit that's going on back home, and I hear, you know, people in other states claiming this and claiming that, it's like, yo, who put you on? Like, for real, who put you on?
Yeah.
Where'd you get DP'd at? You know, because that's what comes with being part of a gang. They got to put you on.
Yeah.
Ain't no. You have people who grow up in that neighborhood, and because of their mom and dad,
they are implemented. It's family ties, pretty much. Your mom and dad are OGs. You know, my mom was from Harlem 30s. Yeah.
My dad didn't gangbang. My uncles didn't gangbang. It just was what it was. But dude, my uncles didn't play that shit.
I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy that may sound unbelievable to you by you growing up in that culture as a child. You know, I'm from a neighborhood called College Hills. College Hills used to be like dorms for a HBCU in my hometown. It's closed now, called Knoxville College. So when I grew up in that neighborhood was really just a clean college. All the cute chicks from other cities and stuff lived there, but they brought the streets there. You know, as I got older, the streets was implemented in it, and I was successful. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was a successful street brother. And all on this one, it's one street, like it's probably 150 yards, the neighborhood. It was Kitchen Crips, it was 53rd Avalon Crips, 98 Main Street Crips, and it was more gangs. I just can't remember all of them. I think it was Rolling 60s also. And all of them wanted to put me down because they knew I was a hustler and they wanted to use me. And I didn't see the benefit in that. And I just didn't want to be a part of that because it wasn't no benefit in unifying for crime.
Right.
What can we unify for something positive?
Right.
That's all I want to say about brothers in the South repping gangs, man.
No, yeah. Tell me your thoughts on competition and rap beef. I mean, as we, it's been what, 2 years?
Yeah.
And your boy just dropped 3 albums in one night.
Drake.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 years since we heard his voice. Yeah. Tell me what you think about competition and beef.
I think it's healthy to a point, but disrespect can go to a point to where it ain't competition no more. It's time to react with violence.
Right.
I think that Kendrick and Drake would be better collaborating than beefing, even though they on two different sides of what the culture is and what the culture means. But I think if they was to do a whole project together, probably the biggest project ever released. But competition and beef, I'm not a competitive individual guy, to be honest with you. I don't want to compete with you. I want God to be better than me. And I want to be able to celebrate you. If you was to pull up in a Maybach and me knowing where you come from and what you had to deal with to get that Maybach, I could be driving a Honda and still would buy you a present because I'm celebrating you. A lot of people don't have that type of mentality. I'm not competitive with people that I rock with.
Right.
Competition to me is something that I don't want to be a part of. I'm the only person I can compete with is me.
Yourself. It's yourself.
I'm competing with me.
100%.
I ain't got time to be beefing with niggas, And another thing, it's people that talk bad about me that the world don't know, because if I spoke about it, I would be tying them to my legacy. And you don't deserve that.
Nope.
You don't deserve that. None of these niggas deserve that.
Right.
At the time when, Drake was at his peak, he shouldn't have never, him and J. Cole shouldn't have never, you know what I'm saying, engaged with Kendrick.
No.
They didn't even, Kendrick was quiet.
Yep.
He was in his house chilling.
He's a Gemini, bro.
Doing his thing.
You know Geminis, you know how they move. I birthed a Gemini. My daughter's a Gemini. I know how they move. I know how they move.
What's the date of her birthday? Don't tell me the month, but the date.
13th.
Okay.
I know how they move. Bro, he's a Gemini. And see, Kendrick has always been to himself. See, we looked at, they say this been growing for 10 years. People don't even understand why.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it's because of the control verse.
Mm-hmm.
No, Drake did an interview.
Elliot Wilson.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kicked this off.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you want to talk about how, he took him on tour. Guess what? Okay, thank you. You took A$AP Rocky on tour too.
Mm-hmm.
And look how you did him.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people all the time, you have to watch how people move in order to understand who they are.
Mm-hmm.
See, Drake played both. He tried to play both parts.
Mm-hmm.
Can't. One, we allowed the actor to come into our culture.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still acting to this day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that either. He's still acting.
That's not genuinely who he is.
No,
present himself to the world.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You see how, and I tell people all the time, look at all the collabs he did with Future, 21 Savage. Why did he take on a persona? He never been we don't know who Aubrey Graham is.
Yeah, that's true. From the root. He doesn't speak about himself.
No.
Yeah.
No. And he don't. And the thing about it is, he no blacker than we are. He's a black man. Drake is a black man.
Yeah, his roots is from Memphis.
Right.
Yeah.
He don't speak about it.
But rest in peace to the brother that just passed away, Tay Keith.
Yeah.
I looked at a lot of his credits. That sound, that Memphis sound Drake did. Yeah, he did use Tay Keith a lot, because that sound is what Drake. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. If Drake wanted to compete with Kendrick in that beef, he didn't, prioritize that Tay Keith, that Memphis sound.
No,
he should have used some of that sauce. He didn't implement himself.
But you know why he even went to Memphis? Because of his dad roots.
Yeah.
But here you got 40.
Mm-hmm.
See, him and 40 had broke off a little bit during that time.
Yeah.
Because I think 40 realized Drake was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to be a part of it. Because you got to understand, it's like, yo, you bringing all this negativity to yourself. I always feel like I'm an energy guy.
Mm-hmm.
If your energy's off, your energy's off.
Yes, sir.
And I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like during that time, Drake energy was completely off.
Mm-hmm.
Just the stuff he was doing.
To piggyback on that though, that was strategic from Kendrick though.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was coming up off a tour.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick responded to him on the Future record the day he came off a tour.
Yeah.
So that that was a move. He knew that he needed rest.
Yeah.
But get back out in the field. Nigga.
Yeah. Yes. Get back out in the field, but also, and a lot of people didn't understand. Oh man, they talk about, dang, Drake dropped 3 albums. Yeah, he dropped 3 albums. Who did he have collab on? I know 21 Savage was on there. I know Future was on there. Who else wasn't? Wasn't no really big. There wasn't really nobody on there. And they talk about, see, Drake. It was Future who kicked all this shit off.
Mm-hmm.
But you got this nigga on your new album.
I don't think Future dissed him on that song.
No. I'm not saying he dissed it, but he did put Kendrick on the song.
The green light.
Right.
I feel like Future, to me, I like Future. He holds the key to the culture right now.
Mm-hmm.
He holds the key to it.
Mm-hmm.
But Drake had to come back, reel himself back in, and prioritize the people who he makes the best music with.
Mm.
And to be honest with you, I feel like, to close that, my thoughts off on competition and beef, you know, unifying can make the culture better. Some folks are always going to be disgruntled, but you know, I just want to see the culture continue to move forward. And you know, I like the beef though. I'm entertained by it, but it ain't for me,
Right.
personally.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I look back at the Commons and the Ice Cubes, the Tupacs and Biggie, which I feel like the industry played a big part in that. Suge Knight and Diddy played a money game. That's all about money.
Mm-hmm.
Them dudes made more money them dead than alive.
Yeah.
And then you realize how young they was when they did pass.
Mm-hmm. Jay and Nas.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Tip and Flip.
Yep. Tipping Shorty Low.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You know what's crazy though? The labels is not a part of our culture. The people who run the labels and finance the labels, they ain't a part of our culture. They will fund the dysfunction of black men.
Yep.
I ain't with that shit, guy.
Yep. They will.
So I ain't with it.
They will. They put all the money out.
I'm like when my boy Pimp C got out of jail and he made the song Knocking Doors Down. He said it's more money if we come together than if we continue to beef. He was talking about Tip and Flip, Zero, and I forgot Buddy that be doing all the hurricane stuff and Trader Truth. You know, it's more money if we come together, but they don't want to see that. They will fund our dysfunction.
Yep.
And
you know how much money they will approve you for a diss track, but won't approve you for a record speaking up on shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where did the name Snake come from?
Dang, I ain't never told you that, have I?
No.
Okay. So growing up at College Hills, you know, running around in the streets and stuff, I never got jammed up. I participated in that lifestyle for probably 12 to 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And at first, people used to call me Slither. They called me Slither because I used to get away from stuff that it was unexplainable. And I give God the credit for that. He was looking out for me. He knew that I had more of a purpose to provide to the world, and I wanted to be of service to the world. But I used to get away from shit, guy. I remember folks used to come through the hood shooting AKs. 4 or 5 people get hit, and I would be just standing there, a young boy. I remember the police used to come through. I used to run. You know, folks it just used to be a lot of stuff I got away with. And it started as Slither. My boy Keeve Daddy from the hood named me Slither. And then I just said, you know, we're going to implement it as Snake. I don't like that Slither stuff. We're going to call myself Snake. And I just been Snake ever since. The streets gave me that name. You know, and these times a lot of rappers give themselves names. And
you let the people
give me my name. And you know, if I was to ride you through Tennessee where I'm from, nobody called me Trevor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, grannies and everything would be like, there goes Snake coming through. The young folks and stuff, they call me Snake. And it's funny living in 2 different places now that you know, here I'm known as Trevor or Tennessee, but at home they call me Snake. Everybody call me Snake, family members and everything. So the name Snake came from being in the hood and getting out of situations that I had no business getting out of. I don't even supposed to be here right now, to be honest with you. But that's where the name came from. I slithered my way out of situations.
Define your rap style.
That's easy. My rap style is, you know, at first it used to be, you know, the world was small to me and it was just my neighborhood. But now the world is big to me. I rap my experiences. That's all it is. It's just experiences and being able to articulate my experiences over live instrumentation. Yeah.
All right. Is the standards low or high right now in hip hop?
The standards. You know, when we talk about standards, you know, it's depending on who it's coming from and what age group is listening to it. I would like to say that the standards is higher than it used to be because now you have a lot of people reviewing and reacting to the music as soon as it's released. And to me, I would say that you know, people are critical of the music right now. And right now, radio isn't dead. You know, it's hanging on by a limb, and playlists are created. But the standard for what I like, you have to search and go hunting for it. But the standard is high because, you know, everybody has a voice now.
Okay.
Think about that, though, guy. Everybody has a voice now. You know, I come from an era in music to when it wasn't as easy to have your music distributed around the world. You know, these guys got DistroKid, United Masters now. They can go make a song and upload it and be to the world for $20.
Yep.
What I would want to tell people that I grew up in the CD era. That's why everybody didn't have a voice. You have to go record the songs, master the songs. If you want 1,000 copies at $5 a piece, that's $5,000. You know, to print up your CDs and stuff like that. Times have changed now, and by everybody having a voice, I feel like the standard is higher.
I mean, even then, with the CDs, you have to be saying something in order for somebody to spend their money. Well, nobody's spending no $20, $15 on your CD just to be spending $20, $15 because that $20, $15 back then, that was you could do a lot with that.
Yeah, you could go get $5 in gas, go get you a fish sandwich, go get you a Nick or mid.
What? It'd be good.
Yeah, the whole day.
You know, and now it's like, yo, with the streaming services and everything, and it's too much. It's like oversaturation. So you got to funnel through, and that's why I have certain artists that I listen to because I know when they come out, they're gonna deliver something. I don't listen to artists that drop albums every year.
Yeah,
because you ain't living life in a year.
Yes, facts.
And I get that from because I'm an R&B head. You don't get R&B artists dropping music every year.
Yeah.
If you're an R&B artist and you dropping music every year, somebody else is writing your shit.
That's facts. That's facts. Because it's harder to write R&B than it is to write raps.
But you also have to live your life.
Yeah.
You have to live your life.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Ageism in hip hop. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it need to stop. You know, that's a great question. I know we almost ending the podcast and stuff, but ageism in hip hop, it need to stop. You know, no other genre of music does that to their elders. I grew up in a time where I appreciated the information that my OGs gave me, and I implemented it in whatever I was doing in life, because what an OG really is somebody that's giving game. It ain't somebody that is trying to be bigger and better than you. It's somebody that has some sort of a system that they created that they are trying to give to you so you don't have to go through the same things that they had to go through. Ageism in hip hop gotta stop. You know, I feel like when the youth say, you old nigga, or I don't want to hear that old nigga shit, he can't further the conversation. So he stops the conversation by telling somebody that they old. And the old heads need to stop going back to their era and prioritizing their era and start living in the moment and bringing something of value now.
Right. I agree.
ageism got to stop. We got to stop that shit as a whole in the black culture, in the black community. My opinion about that, you know, I think it's foul. I think that, you know, the person that's older isn't dead, man. They still alive. They still have some value to give to the game, and the youth should benefit from that. I would love to hear a song from Lil Durk and Ghostface Killer. You know what I'm saying? From Lil Baby featuring Nas. I would love to hear that balance of older and youth. You know what I'm saying? It's just that has to stop. A real talk.
It's crazy that you say that, because it just got me thinking. People say they grew up on Tupac. Do you realize, and I don't think people realize, do they realize how old Tupac would be right now?
Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you get in the head. Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you get in the head. Life's great, I'm 46, didn't think I see 25. A lot of my partners done died, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Take it one day at a time, I put it all on the line. I kept it triller than most while I ran this marathon. I know I made my father proud as he looked down while I shine. Pour a glass of 82 as I sit back and recline. I made it out the trenches, and honestly I'm fine. Dedicated to this mission, me and my goals is intertwined. Yeah, my dreams, they align. Had to leave a few behind to obtain a peace of mind. Now this life I live sublime. The incline was by design, I'm refined, may I remind. Can I live like Hova? Summertime at the US Open. Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you get in the head. Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you get in the head. Above the valley in Napa, Chelsea boots Louis V. Pacific Ocean breeze, the next day ain't guaranteed, so I'm living for the moment. Crushed out my opponents that really didn't want it, but I had the style on them. Country boy doing numbers, ballin' harder than Wemby. Coming down in that G550, I see the hate and the envy. They pretend to be friendly, they pretend to be cordial. I be dressed up formal, I be getting to this paper, you can say it's abnormal. Every move is important, I don't speak on the losses, I just chalk it as lessons. Now they watching me closer, trying to copy the methods, but the hustle organic, you can't purchase my presence.
And they still listen to his music. So at the end of the day, when you talk about these old heads,
Be 55.
talk about these old heads and these old niggas, and you know, not wanting to be a part of. I always feel like, and I was thinking about this, I want to say about a week ago, like, why is it that when it comes to our culture, right, especially music, why is it so hard for us to champion one another? Why is it so hard for us to be okay with? I understand the music is different. I understand we're in a time where they ain't talking about shit. But we still can uplift and say, okay, you may not be talking about shit, but this is what your life is. This is how you conveying your message. Instead, they be like, man, I don't want to listen to that shit. They ain't saying nothing. And like you said, even with the young dudes, man, we don't listen to that old shit. You used to listen to this old shit.
Yeah.
Your mama, what you thought you was listening to back then?
Yeah, when you was a baby.
When you was a baby. What you think you was jumping and bumping to? It wasn't old shit then.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about you saying that? What's popularized what's being popularized, they ain't saying shit on what's popular.
Right.
But you have to go research and you have to go find what the people, because it's young boys that saying shit though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the JIDs, like I was saying, the Luce, the Deontay Hitchcocks. It's a lot of these young boys that's actually saying something. But I want to say something about the dead, because you mentioned Tupac. You know, I think about Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph. You know, by them dying, their legacy stopped at a youthful age.
Man, that pisses me off every time I think about it, bro. Especially with Dolph.
Biggie died young at a youthful age. When you die young, that means that your music will be young forever.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see you grow. We didn't get to see you elevate. We didn't get to see you evolve. So people think that the youthful aspect is all that there is and all that there should be, when we should also champion us as a whole.
Right.
Earlier in this conversation, we talked about competition and beef, and I don't want to, you know what I mean, contribute to that, because I feel like, you know, great artistry should be championed no matter the age.
Right.
To it, yeah.
I like that you brought that up with the Biggie and them being young. It's crazy because even today, what they were talking about back then, you talking about 25, 26.
That don't even resonate with me now.
Where their minds were.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? At 25 and 26 back then.
Yeah.
Now the normal 25, 26-year-old, you know, like, it's a different ball game.
They ain't have no keep your head up.
No.
Just got a baby and all of that. You know what I'm saying? These youngsters now, they don't got that. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's last question.
Yes, sir.
How many tracks, double disc, deluxe, on this album? And what about the length of the album? How many, like what's the length? Like how many talking, like as far as minutes, hours, how many, cause you said what, how many tracks you doing on this album?
So the first album is already completed.
Okay.
It's 10 songs, it's an hour long. That's disc 1.
Okay.
And that disc is all hits. It's not a bad song on that project. I'm just gonna say that, heads up, if people dislike it, it's personal preference.
Right.
They don't like it or whatever, but ain't nothing wrong with it. It's flawless. The engineer, you know, I go to an engineer that recorded The Chocolate Factory for R. Kelly.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? He's a traveling engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So when you listen to my music, you listen to it at the highest quality that is available in the world at the moment. You know, disc 2 is gonna be a longer disc, and it's gonna be like 14 to 15 records, because you know it's just
structurally different.
Yeah, it's not. If Not Me Then Who is gonna be on disc 1. The track If Not Me Then Who, that's that album. But you know, disc 2 really is speaking like, if not me, then you.
Right.
To let the people know that they're capable of being successful. They're capable of creating greatness. So I would say that the album is gonna be like an hour and 10, hour 15 minutes long. First album 30 minutes. Second album 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say. And you know, I just want people to look forward to it, man. It's releasing 9/11/2026, man, and flawless project on the way. Real talk, man. I appreciate your time, guy, man.
Appreciate you too, bro. I appreciate you choosing me to get this done, bro. You know, I rock with you, man, 100%.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to this album.
Oh, you're going to have it.
Sure looking forward to this album.
You're going to have it a month in
and that book, bro.
You know, we didn't talk much about that. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it. We got time.
Just one more. You know, this album is being packaged with a book, but I've been planning on writing a book for probably like 8 years, and I didn't know how to go about it because I read a lot. I was wanting to write a motivational book. At one point, I was wanting to write a fiction book. At one point, I was wanting to tell the story of my hood. But the reason why this was so easy to me is because the chapters is, speaking to the track. They are titled, the chapters are titled like the song.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, I got a song titled Success. And, success is subjective. What success mean to me might not mean the same thing for you.
Right.
What success mean for somebody else might not mean the same thing for me. So I just wanted to give a perspective on how people define success. And, success might be living another day for somebody else, but another person, it might be obtaining $1 million this year or getting a new job. So I just wanted to put the book with this album to have more. And it's going to be released the same day as the album. It's going to be an audio version with it, and I'm going to read it myself. I ain't going to pay nobody else to read it.
Right.
But, it was pivotal at this moment for me to create a package, create the book with the album. And, I want to have vinyl, a double disc CD, the book, and then people can listen to it on streaming services also when it's released. But the book is important, guys.
Yeah.
I'm more ecstatic. I done created 12 albums. I'm more ecstatic about the book than I am the album. I would tell anybody that has plans on listening to this album to read the book first.
Okay.
If you read the book first,
it's gonna correlate.
When you hear the songs,
you're gonna know exactly.
It's gonna resonate with you. Real talk.
Everybody want to be like motherfucking Cold-Blooded Records. You know what I'm saying?
It's by the grace of God we able to do these things, have things. And and even with all of this, if I could bring a certain person or some certain people back to this world from the afterlife, I would give all this shit up to do it, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, hey man, you know what I'm saying? We can't take this shit with us.
Ownership and percentage is the language I speak. I don't hustle for a check, I build positions that peak. Don't compete with my dogs, I want us all to eat. Got the mindset of a god while you move like a fraud. They was trying to knock the hustle, I was doing my job. Nothing's out of my reach, even against all odds. Turn a vision to equity, now it's paying me back. Every move calculated, I don't play with the stacks. They was chasing the shine, I was building the base. Now my name hold weight, I don't have to display. Toasting wine in the bay, what a wonderful day. Riding over the Golden Gate, yeah, I'm having my way. From the curb to the coast, now the view's panoramic. Used to hustle for survival, now it's wealth I'm demanding. Every dollar got a purpose, I ain't spending it random. Turn my pain into leverage, now the growth exponential. Told my dogs, think bigger, we ain't stuck in the grind. It's ownership over optics, we investing in time. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. And when it comes to the millions, it ain't what it seems. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. You want clout, I see freedom, we don't see the same things. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. And when it comes to the millions, it ain't what it seems. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. You want clout, I see freedom, we don't see the same things. They was looking for a wave, I was building the tide. Now the legacy solid, it'll live when I die. Never needed validation, wasn't moving with pride. Turn the pressure into diamonds, now the hustle refined. Used to dream about this paper, now I'm thinking in shells. Had to level up my vision, started seeing it clear. They was stuck on the moment, I was planning for years. Now my name in a room where they controlling the field. They was leasing the life, I was buying the lease. Now the rent getting sent while I'm buying my peace. Told my dogs, keep it solid, we ain't dying for streets. We investing in blocks that they try to police. I'm the realest to do it, you just hate to admit it. Wasn't chasing no image, I don't flex for attention, I just move with intention. Every play calculated, we ain't studying no tension. Generational plays, I'm expanding the pension. If it costs me my soul, I'm declining the blessing. I created the essence. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. And when it comes to the millions, it ain't what it seems. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. You want clout, I see freedom, we don't see the same things. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. And when it comes to the millions, it ain't what it seems. What success mean to you, it don't mean that for me. You want clout, I see freedom, we don't see the same things.